EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, and TPC Sawgrass, live opening round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. Kevin Streelman is your leader. He's got it going early at 7 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer will begin 7 shots off the pace. And this one will just sneak into the first cut of rough, but doesn't appear, Frank, to be a huge issue.
Yeah, opening tee shot, a little on the safe side, but you're right. Doesn't seem too much of a problem.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, and there is a big break here from right to left, and we're going back up the slope, but just ever so slightly, so you have to prioritise that line.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll stay at level par. Nice scoring opportunity here. 532-yard, par 5 second hole, Frank. Considered one of the easier holes on the golf course. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can just cut this in half. 532 yards divided by 2. Really, it's 2 tee shots over 260 yards. For these guys, nothing more than a 3 or a 4 wood. And that's why all you need off the tee is just a 3 wood with a little draw.
You disappointed if you don't make 4 here?
Not disappointed, but obviously you lose at least half a shot on the field. Oh, that second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the greenside bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, yes, a brilliant roll there. It's birdie here at number 2. Now to the par 3 third, 177 yards. Not overly difficult if you hit the proper shot off the tee, get it to the right quadrant on this green. Without question, you can walk out of here with a deuce, with a birdie. And that one going to continue off the back of the green, but it shouldn't be too bad from back there. That's how you do it right there. The approach misses the target, but the putter coming through from off the green, and that is a bit of a surprise birdie. This is really a fun hole here at TPC Sawgrass. A lot of excitement, a lot of action. A short par 4. The fourth is only 384 yards. The trouble here on that second shot, you can see the water in front. If you're not accurate, you misjudge the distance, you can pay a stiff price. And this is going to wind up just fine. That, the first fairway he's hit so far. It is on the short stuff here at the fourth.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Well, I think he was being extra careful with that one, but it turns out a little too careful. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay at 2 under. Up next, the difficult dogleg right, par 4 fifth, the longest par 4 at TPC Sawgrass, measuring 471 yards. Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, little left to right.
And you saw that one kick up some sand. It is indeed in the bunker. You need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4.
Now, that was a tough shot coming out of the fairway bunker, so really, all in all, that's an excellent approach.
You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
106 gets to the hole, hole cut, right in the middle. Right at it with the sand wedge, coming in just over the pin.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he'll move to within 3 of the lead at 4 under par. 7th hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions. This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie. And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll remain at 4 under. Well, this par 3 will get your attention, no question about it. 237 yards. It's the longest par 3 here at TPC Sawgrass. And very simply, it requires a solid strike with a middle to long iron, maybe even a fairway wood. This is a hard hole. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. Closing out the front side with the par 5, 583-yard 9th. Don't say this too often in this, the era of the long bomber, but this for most is actually a 3-shot par 5. You can get there in 2, but it requires accuracy and 2 enormous shots. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Oh, that's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. Similar to the first hole, the 10th is a relatively short par 4, 424 yards, but it requires accuracy and some strategy. You have to put your ball in the right place. You have dogleg left, you have trees on the right, and don't forget about that big bunker on the left-hand side. This starting toward the right side. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. From the fairway nota, this is second.
148 yards left to the hole. The pin is in the front right part of the green.
Good shot again there. Well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And he moves to within a shot of the lead at 6 under now for the tournament.
Let's go to the 11th now. It's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach. That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. We really need a birdie right now.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie.
Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. So from a tight lie, this his second from just short of the green. Now this for another birdie. Oh, everything going right now. That a 4th consecutive birdie.
Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of this green that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And this will remain a one-shot advantage.
All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. The 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
Yeah, it's not just the length of this hole. Water down the left, mounds to the right. This is it. You got to buckle up here. Tee it up. This has to be your best swing. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? and the driving has been simply superb. And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Back to the TPC Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping it away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
151 yards left. Would not surprise me a bit if he were to stick this one close. That was the gap wedge. Coming in just a bit too far right, not how he drew it up.
No, excellent shot. I love it when it's the right distance. This one just a little to the right. Nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll lead just a couple of feet. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he's going to remain at 8 under. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. But the extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is 2 clubs. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
I like it a lot. He will love it if he can get out of here with the 3, and that's a possibility. Well played there, a birdie here at 16. And the lead moves to 2 with 2 to play here on day 1. Well, now to the 17th, and it is always a fascinating struggle here between trust and fear, commitment and collapse. At the 17th, you're never really safe. 6-shot lead, you'd still watch the leader play the 17th. Just about knocked that one stiff and a short birdie putt coming up. Yes, and good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17. And he's out to a 3-shot lead here with 1 hole remaining in this opening round. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4. Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those 3. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, and you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it. Stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that. Now it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
Chance now for another birdie.
And he's got to be happy where this ball went up. Just slightly uphill, looks almost dead straight.
Oh, yeah, what a finish. A long one there for a third consecutive birdie.
So a superb round one for our featured golfer. Rarely do you see this kind of separation at the top after one round, Frank.
It's such a...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the home of the PGA Tour, we're at TPC Sawgrass for live second-round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's got a two-shot advantage here to begin play. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round two. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Staring at 142 to the hole, pinned in the back.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he's going to stay two clear of the field.
Now to the second. Frank, what do you make of this hole?
Well, over the years, we've seen more and more people hitting three-wood off this tee. And a three-wood's normally easier to draw, and it doesn't run out down that right side.
That's going to get into that bunker that snakes its way up the right side of this second hole. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly as second to the par 5. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And the lead's going to remain 2.
Now the par 3 third.
Not overly long, but 2 is a rarity here. Difficult green, and you don't see a lot of tee shots actually finish close here for some unknown reason.
Okay, he got the front part of the green, but the wrong side of it, and a longish birdie putt coming up. Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd. And he'll stay at 11 under par. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
This one turning left a bit off the tee. No fairway here. This one in that rough. Now his second at the par 4 fourth.
In my book, that's a good shot. You can really aim at the middle of just about every single green. If you did it all day long, some of those would finish up close, and you'd have plenty of birdie putts.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's going to get it to 1 under for his round and 12 under for the tournament.
Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4, though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple 2-shotter.
We've already seen some narrow landing areas in these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Just a flick left. 123 is the number, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realise if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Oh, that is a really good putt. Got it to throw out the anchor right near the hole. That's well done. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. On now to the 6th, the hole that Pete Dye called the most beautiful hole at TPC Sawgrass. It's a par 4 at 393 yards. The water is self-evident left, framed by a long bunker that shapes the left side of the fairway. Up near the green, precision's important as there are no fewer than 7 bunkers of various sizes waiting to swallow up errant approach shots. A back right hole location here as he gets set for his second to the par 4.
That's a head scratcher, that approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and this will remain a 3-shot lead.
Frank, the 7th hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. From the fairway, Iona, this is 2nd.
He's got 118 yards to get you to the front portion of the green. 139 yards will get you to the flag. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain at -12.
TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. We close out the front 9 with the 583-yard par 5, one of the most spectacular par 5s in golf. A lake and a bunker on the right and deep woods on the left. Stay out of that. This hole grows narrower as it unfolds.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
This would be a good way to finish off the front side.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side.
Frank, now on to the 10th at Sawgrass.
A fairly straight par 4, but that's not the way to play it. You really want to go to the right, well away from the fairway bunker that runs all the way down the left side. That turns it into a little bit of a dogleg left. Then you're going to come across that front bunker into a green that, well, is anything other than flat.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Now this, for birdie at 10.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field.
Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
And that ball going to roll out a little too much as the momentum carries it all the way into the bunker. Oh, and that is into one of the 2 putt bunkers left of this 11th green. A birdie chance if he can knock one in close. His 3rd from the bunker.
That sand is a little inconsistent. Didn't quite come out the way we expected to, but still a chance for birdie.
That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. So that rushed in for par here at 11. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead.
Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Oh, that is left, and that is trouble. Well, that's what you get with Pete Dye, right? If you miss with where you need to land your drive, you're going to suffer the consequences, and that is into the water left of this 12th green. So, time to re-tee it and take another chance at trying to find the fairway. Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. All right, that's in for a double bogey 6. And that's going to tighten things up a little as the lead is down to 2. Well, on this back 9 here at TPC Sawgrass, you know that the 17th as a par 3 gets all the attention. But don't forget about this 181-yard 13th. Really a beautiful little hole and plenty of trouble as well. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from off the Bermuda grass, his 2nd at the par 3. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll remain right where he is. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you ever want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
This one working up the right side.
Smoked that drive. A little unlucky, actually, to get into the first cut.
This now his second from just off the fairway.
Well, it was either too much for breakfast or a little too much club, and that's going to leave a very tough downhill next one.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. Just before we get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, 15 requires all of your attention, doesn't it, Frank?
Personally, I think this is the prettiest hole on the golf course, Rich. I've actually often gone back there and taken pictures. Just a gentle dogleg to the right. You come out of the chute, seems to be a generous fairway. You just get a little view of the bunker down the right side, but virtually there's no lip there, so that's not a concern. The green, all sorts of weird and wonderful waves on it, well protected by a big bunker on the left, and there's 2 little pop bunkers out on the right that, well, if you're first time around, you might notice. It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
A look at birdie here at 15.
And this is pretty flat all the way. I don't think there's much in it at all.
Ah, the putter on point late here in the round. Birdie's at 14 and 15. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for 3.
Well, this one is tracking. It's on a good line. Look out. This one could be really good. Oh, yes. That was tracking the whole way. What a putt that was. It's down for an eagle. Everyone who's been there will tell you the walk from 16 green to 17 tee is one of the nervier walks you will ever make in this sport, and for good reason. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. Yeah, easy to come up short on that one, but that's a decent effort. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Now to one of the most spectacular finishing holes in golf, 462-yard par 4 18th at TPC Sawgrass. Water guarding the entire left side of the fairway. Mounds and trees lining the right, as picturesque and difficult as they come. Well, that is going to flirt with the water. This could be close.
Frank, it's all about focus and positive imagery, isn't it, here on this approach shot at the 18th?
You have to be precise with your target here. You can't be looking left at the water or mounds on the right. Plus, there's all the mounding on the screen. So, in the end, look at the flag, aim at the flag, go there.
You can't go wrong with finding the middle of the green. That's well done. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, so that will wind up the par after last. And that will be a score of 68 here in round 2. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank, our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.